I have always wanted to be a YouTuber for the longest time. I've watched countless YouTube videos on YouTube about fashion content, beauty content, lifestyle content. I'm like, I want to do this. I really, really want to do this. And looking back now, I realized that I actually overthink a lot, and that actually delayed me in getting to YouTube and start creating content. And if I was starting YouTube again this year, here are some of the things I would do differently. First, I'll focus more on creating content than chasing monetization. On my first YouTube channel, I started with educating people, and at some point, I was focused more on monetization. And I was just like doing so many things, but because we see all these big YouTubers that they start their YouTube today and they blow the next day. And I'm like, yeah, why can't that be me? And then we just like start posting so many things because we want to like, oh, maybe I can get monetization faster. I want to get watch hours faster. But at some point I slowed down and kind of like retraced myself. I'm like, what if I focus more on actually educating people than chasing monetization? Because when you educate people, you create values. When you create values, people come to your channel. They want to learn more. They want to learn more about what you say. And the more they come back, the monetization can kick in by that time. But looking up to monetization first sometimes can actually stop you from getting to where you are going. I'll advise you to focus more on educating. Do you want to be a camera person? You want to teach people how to handle camera? You want to teach people how to edit videos? You want to teach people how to be a lifestyle creator? Focus more on doing that and focus more on educating people than chasing monetization. I spent all my hours looking for the right and the perfect gadget and editing skills instead of creating the actual content. Do you believe that? I remember that time because one of my aunts reached out to me and said, oh, she started a YouTube channel and start teaching people on how to do fashion, how to sew. And I think that was during COVID-19. Teach people how to sew clothes, teach people how to do this and that. And I'm like, I don't have the good phone. My phone is bad. And at some point, I got a phone. The camera is not as sharp as the ones I see online. And when I got a camera, I was like, oh, I need to learn editing. I need to learn Adobe. I need to learn CapCut. I need to learn this. But instead of me to actually create the content, I know people who have their video is not as clear as the camera is not as clear as but guess what? They got to the right audience and they have built momentum now in the YouTube space. I wish I did that then. Maybe I would have had 100,000 followers or subscribers. Who knows? But what I'm saying is that I wish I spent all those time I was using to chase finding the right phone, finding the right gadget, or finding the right editing skills and actually focusing more on actually creating content. And honestly, I've learned that you don't get better by waiting. You actually get better by creating. When I started creating content, I didn't know a lot about editing because even all the skills I thought I learned I could not even remember. But the more I create videos I edit today, the next day I already know, oh, I shouldn't do this in my next video so that it's not too harsh. Or the next day, oh, maybe I should reduce this one so it's a little bit better. And again, I'm still not perfect. I'm still learning, but I'm getting there. So focus on creating the actual content and forget about the gadgets for now. I mean, if you can borrow somebody's phone, use that. If you have a phone you can manage for now, use that. Or if you have a camera you can use that. But again, create the content, create that content. Stop waiting, create that content. This is for you. Another thing I also struggled with is looking for the perfect setup. Like looking for the perfect setup. Like, oh my, the background has to be artistic, that's be minimalism, minimalistic. I have to like paint my house. I have to have some decorations here. I have to have some kind of lightning. There's nothing wrong in having lightning. There's nothing wrong in chasing artistics. But currently I'm in my room. You can see how the background looks like. Just start with what you have. And I'm using natural lights. I have my lights now, but I'm actually using natural lights and it's okay. It's manageable. It might not be perfect, but it's okay. Again, once you start the creating and the creation actually start paying you, or when you start seeing value in what you're creating, you then can start getting the camera, the phone, and all of those things, and the perfect setup as well. One thing I wish I did was actually researching the area I want to start creating on instead of like over preparing. What I mean is that, okay, maybe for instance, I wanted to be like a lifestyle vlogger. Instead of me learning more about how to be a lifestyle vlogger or how to be a or like what are the things, what are the kind of content I need to create, how should I, what kind of, like investing my time more in research. I was there busy saying, oh, there's no time for this, there's no time for that, there's no time for this. And at the end of the day, I didn't do anything until very much later. And lastly, and this is so true. This is so true. I took a bunch of online courses. Gosh, I can't even count. I took a bunch of online courses and I kept thinking, I'm not ready yet. I need to still take this course. I'm not ready yet. I need to take this. I'm not ready yet. I need to do that. I know. Guess what? I wish I just took one course and just learned on the job because most of the things I knew now are things I learned on the job. I learned on the job. And that is my advice for you. Maybe you are currently in a workshop and you're like, oh, maybe by the middle of this year, I need to start my own YouTube. Why are you waiting till the middle of the year? Start now. The thing you're learning in that class, start practicing it on your YouTube. You don't have to start with a YouTube, a perfect everything. Start with what you have, and as time goes on, you grow from there. Think about it. And these are like some of the things that actually stopped me from creating content early on. And I wish I knew this. Like honestly, I really like struggle with chasing monetization because I was so focused on people getting money and not like actually looking at, okay, so what can I do to actually inspire people, to educate people. And also I was also looking for the perfect gadgets. I was waiting for lights. That was when ring lights was trending. And when the ring lights came, I still did not create the content. If this content resonates with you, if you are a new YouTuber trying to start your YouTube this year, or if you're a new content creator, or if you're an existing content creator and you find this YouTube channel very, very helpful, please make sure to subscribe and follow us for more videos like this. Thank you so much.